Honorable colleagues, my name is Toby Okechukwu. I represent the good people of Aneri of Oji River Federal Constituency. I'm from Enugu State. Mr. Speaker, this bill, which is an act to establish and regulate the Nigerian Assets Management Agency, that will be charged with the responsibility of managing all government assets, including those seized, forfeited, or taken over by federal government bodies such as EFCC, ICPC, Customs, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, amongst others. I stand to support this, the move to have this bill enacted into an act. Mr. Speaker, you remember in the 7th Assembly, the House had reached a resolution on the need to investigate all seized assets by EFCC, by ICPC, to know the status of those assets. This was occasioned by a motion moved by myself, and it was given to the committee headed by our colleague Adam Jogabaden. Mr. Speaker, this bill is a response to what has been happening to our assets throughout the Federation. If you remember, based on that investigation, we found out that thousands of cars confiscated would ordinarily perish prior to a resolution by the enforcement agencies or by any court. At the end of the day, whatever is the outcome of that judgment goes to nothing. Because even when it is resolved in favor of government or the party being accused, nobody ends up getting anything anymore because the cars are wasted. Mr. Speaker, up till today, go to dump sites of EFCC, ICPC. Vehicles are just lying and overgrown by bush. This is not how a country or an agency is supposed to be run. We should have an asset management company, an asset management agency that we will warehouse some of the seized assets or things that have been forfeited by government. As a matter of fact, I have had a cursory look throughout this country. There have been estates that have been seized by law enforcement agents. There have been bakeries seized by law enforcement agents. There have been perishable items seized by law enforcement agents. These properties usually waste. I have seen radios that were seized, they no longer operate. I have also seen bakeries that were seized, they no longer operate. I have also seen telecom companies that were seized, they no longer operate. This is because there is no agency that is particularly responsible for this. Well, one can argue, what is AMCOM doing? Why don't AMCOM take over this responsibility? We all know that in the next 3 years, AMCOM will expire by operation of law. It started in 2010. It is supposed to expire after 10 years. Unless it is allowed to live further by 5 years. That is what the law is. So we need to set up a company, an agency that can appropriately look at items that have been seized, have a proper register of things that belong to government. Even when they don't belong to government, we don't allow assets to waste. We have to be responsible as a parliament. And we are just by so doing, responding to a resolution we have reached in 7th Assembly. So I'll call on my colleagues to support this bill that has been moved by our colleague, the Right Honorable Jones Onyeri. I so move. Thank you.